Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video, what I thought I would do is go back and show you a ton, I don't know how many I have here, but a lot of different signs that I have made out of 5-gallon and 1-gallon paint stir sticks. I am also going to show you some different wreaths I have made, and anyways, it should be fun. As you're hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I see Peggy and Tony. Feel free to ask questions. If you want links to anything, just let me know. So I am in this huge process of organizing all my craft projects, and I'm organizing them, I don't know, by what they're made out of, sort of. So I have all of these to show you, and then I have this big stack too. So, as you probably are aware, you can get paint stir sticks anywhere. You can get them at any hardware store, you can get them at Walmart, you can get them at craft stores, you can get them online from Amazon, and most craft sticks, what I think is charming about them, this is the little one, it's 1 gallon, is on one side they'll have inches, and then they have this handle. And I like to, when I'm making my signs, sometimes I like to go up, down, up, down. So let's just jump right in. Some of these are a little crunched because they've been in a bin for a while. Okay, this was something I made, I don't know when. It says fall breeze, autumn leaves. And what I did was I decoupaged some dictionary paper on to these pieces of stir sticks. Then I cut them apart. Oh, well, and then I stenciled it, and then I cut it apart, and then I glued it on with a space. So that is one idea. This was a project that I really loved. And for this, I just used different kinds of paints and some dry brush with white paint, different colors to do kind of a beachy look. So if you're making a sign, just keep in mind, it doesn't all have to be the same color or same stain. And then I stenciled on it with this stencil that says, God is able to do far more than we could ever ask or imagine, Ephesians 3:20. Okay, this was from Christmas last year or possibly the year before. I can't remember for sure. On this one I did do upside down, right side up, upside down, right side up. And it creates this nice little area right here when you do that. And then I used this super cute stencil from magnoliadiy.com that is Mrs. Claus Cafe. All right, this one I made, I don't know when, maybe 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And it is just, I stained these with a light brown stain. I did them all the same direction. Can you see that? And then I tied some jute with some little beads right here where the handles are. And I stenciled this one with white chalk paste, and it says, act justly, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. Acts. I can't remember where that verse is. It might be in Song of Solomon. I can't remember. Anyways, let's see. The other thing I did that you might notice is I did all of the inch markings facing up. Can you see that? And that's kind of interesting. I like to do that sometimes. Okay, this is another one where I did different colors. I did multiple ones that are stained, and then I did a couple in blue colors. And this is the one that says the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, faithfulness, goodness, and self-control. Against such things there can be no law, Galatians 5:22-23. And I want to show you the back of this, because in case you're thinking that the back of your projects have to be neat, they really don't. And this is proof. I used some paint stir sticks to hold it together and then some popsicle sticks. And when I am putting these signs together, just so you know, I use a combination of E6000 and hot glue. And that tends to make things work better. Okay, this is one that I did for summer, I think 3 years ago. And this is not available, so don't fall in love with it. It just says welcome. But what I want you to see here is how I dry brushed blues and greens on it. I did all the front so that the inch markings are on the back. And I did go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then I just hot glued some jute on the back. And this looked cute hanging out on my front porch during summer that year. Okay, this one you might remember because I got it out recently to show, and I messed up my twine that was hanging it. But this is one where I did only the front so you don't see any numbers. I spaced them apart. And I didn't stain or treat them in any way. When you do something big like this, I usually do sort of a garden gate design with, you know, with my supports in E6000 and hot glue. And for this one, I added this cute little sign that says bloom. And then I made these flowers. I love making flowers. We called them swirly-do flowers. They kind of remind me of lollipops. Can you see that? And they're just stuffed. And then I put a little pouch that was plain at the bottom. And this was super cute. I loved it. Okay, so then just recently, I showed you guys that last one. And then I made this one. Almost exactly the same idea. All the inch markings are on the back. I did all of my pieces of wood upright, and I did that on this too. So I didn't go up, down, up, down. Okay, these look more like a garden gate, like a picket fence garden gate, when you do it that way, I think. And these are the 5-gallon paint stir sticks. So we made these flowers. Aren't they cute? And can I get it back in? And I put a little pouch on the front of it that I stenciled. And then I used and that's the sunflower quads, which is a new stencil and it's absolutely adorable. Love it. If you're interested in this, you can look at my website, which is magnoliadiy.com. The other thing I did was I made these flowers and I used my favorite art supply, which are these chalk paste and ink markers. And I did some little dots and dashes and dots. And isn't it cute? And then we did a big messy bow up here. And this is what the back looks like. So I just tied my jute over this brace, which is again that gate shape, like a Z. And on this one, I put beads up at the top, just to give it a little more interest. But this is one of my favorite projects. I'm a neutral girl, so I always love projects that are super neutral like that. Okay, this is something, oh gosh, it looks like I'm missing something. And I can't, it had a box on it. Okay, this has been sitting in my craft room here across from me for a long time. And I think I had a box, a neutral wood box, probably from Dollar Tree on it, with some flowers. But what I want to show you about this, it must have fallen off or I took it apart, I can't remember. It's been like several years since I made this. Okay, so for this one, I did all the handles up, so up, okay? And I did some of them with the markings on the front that measure, and some not. But what I did that I think is interesting is I decoupaged this awesome napkin on several pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 of the 9 pieces of 5-gallon stir sticks. I decoupaged them. I pushed them all together, decoupaged them, put a coat over that, and then I cut them apart. And then I spaced them every other one. Thank you so much to everyone who did stars. I really appreciate that. What do you guys think? I just thought, and I think I'll do this more often, as I'm getting organized and kind of, I need to reclaim this hall closet that is a disaster. It's as if a tornado went through there. As I do that and I get things organized, then I'll bring them out and just show you, because already I've given you probably 20 ideas for different things that you could do with paint stir sticks. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, this was one of my favorites. Oh my gosh. This I did 2 or 3 years ago. And this is different. Maybe you'll notice that the paint stir sticks are going horizontal. And I did alternate them. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Hope you can see that. And I did a dry brush technique on here with blue and green and sort of a light teal. I can't for the life of me remember what the paint was, because I did this project like 3 years ago. And since then I've done 900 other projects. So I'm sorry, I can't remember. But this is how I put the braces on. Hot glue and E6000, and then this was a shape that I got at Target. It's not available anymore, and this design here is not available either. But it just says, "Mightier than the waves of the sea is His love for us." Psalm 35:4, I think. So these paint stir stick signs cost almost nothing. Okay, let me tell you about that and then we'll continue because I have more to show you. So the big ones, the 5-gallon, generally speaking, they're around, you get around 3 pieces for $1-ish, give or take a little. The small ones, like this, generally speaking, this is just what I've noticed in my area, you get around 10 of these for $1. So these projects that I'm making with maybe 9 of these, they're costing me around $3 for the base. And the little ones, I never use more than 15. And so I'm getting the base of my project for about $1.50. They're super affordable. Okay, here's a Christmas one that I did, I think, 2 years ago. I can't remember. And you might think that you can't stencil on top of something like this because it's not completely flat, but you can. So I'm sure, I can't remember for sure, but I'm sure after I painted this light gray color, I either took it outside and gave it a spray of clear matte sealer, or I used a wax. And then I applied my stencil, and then I just used some black chalk paste, and dun, dun, dun. So you can even do big stencils on them. And for this one, they're going horizontal again. And it looks like, as I'm looking at the back, here are my 3 braces. I put all of the markings, the inch markings, towards the back so that they weren't visible even through the paint on the front. And then I just hung them with some of this, I think it's called baker's twine in black and white, that I tied around my top handle, and it has a couple of wood beads on it. What do you guys think so far? Do you like this kind of idea where I completely overwhelm you with everything I've done or know about a particular crafting subject? This one being paint stir sticks. I mean, this is why I don't usually throw away my craft projects. I keep them because I know I might want to bring them out again. Okay, this was a project I did 3 years ago, 3 or maybe 4 years ago. It's just an American flag. Okay, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 5-gallon. I did all of the markings on the back, and I only did 2 braces, but normally I see glue spots, so I must have had one more right here, and it's just fallen off in the box or something. I usually do 3 braces on these. Okay, and then I painted some of my stir sticks red, and some of them white, and some of them, part of them blue, and then I just took antique wax and went over it, and that is what's making this look kind of vintage. Also, I sanded some of the edges a little bit, just to give it a distressed look. I can't remember how I hung this, but anyways, this was a great project. You could do stars. Oh my gosh, there's so many things that you can do. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if it's backwards or not, but you know, when you're crafting, sometimes you just do the best you can. Or what you can remember, and then you don't sweat it too much. So don't send me messages, please, saying you've got it backwards. If you're gonna do the American flag, you should at least get it the right way. Because I'm not sure. Maybe this is the correct way. I know I did another project once where I got a lot of kind of mean comments from people criticizing me about the project because I had this blue part on the wrong side. I don't think it was this one. I can't remember. Anyways. Okay, and then this was a welcome, super simple welcome sign that I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces, spaced apart, horizontal. I did all of the inch markings on the front just to give it some interest. And I did them all the same direction, so top, 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 bottom, bottom, bottom. And I only used 2 braces on the back, which is odd. I generally do use 3 because I think they can use it. And I don't know that I ever got around to putting a hanger on it, but, so let me tell you about how I did this stencil. I kind of put the stir sticks close to each other. Like, let me show you right here. I don't know if you can see over my pile, but pretend like these are 3 paint stir sticks that are all the same size. And on this one, it would have been like 5. Okay, I laid them all next to each other, and then I laid my stencil down, and I did my stencil on it with the stir sticks pushed together, and then when it was dry, I spaced them out. And that's kind of a cool technique, because look at like the E on welcome. You can still read it. It just has that interesting space on it. I hope you guys are getting a ton of ideas. This is reminding me of why I love crafting with paint stir sticks, and it's also making me want to do it again. Okay, here's a really wide one, done with the 1-gallon paint stir sticks. And I'm looking at the back, so I stained these brown, kind of a darker tone than this. And I put all of the inch markings on the back. And I'm looking at it, I did all of the top. I didn't alternate. And then I did this adorable stencil on it. That is the stencil that says, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. And it has an awesome sunflower and a bee. And I just was experimenting with using some different colors of chalk paste on paint stir stick signs. So, if you can remember what I have showed you, tell me in the comments which ones or ways or ideas are most inspiring to you. Okay, I have a few more things to show you that are not related to paint stir sticks, but I'm about to box and get organized with this kind of stuff. And these are just different wreaths that I have made. And just recently, like yesterday I think it was, I shared this video. This is one of my all-time favorite projects. It will probably remain hanging up on my wall forever, as long as I'm using this room to do my crafting videos. What do you guys think? This is Dollar Tree rope that I braided, and this is just a Dollar Tree wreath form that I wrapped with some burlap ribbon to cover it up, all the same color, and then these are some flowers and some leaves that I made. I love it. Love this. Okay, here's another one. And it's looking a little stretched and tired because it's been in the bottom of the box for who knows how long. I don't know when I did this, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It might have been summer 2019 or summer 2020. Anyways, this is a wreath that I made, and I used hula Dollar Tree luau skirts or hula skirts. The Hawaiian skirts that are like grass. I used that to wrap it, and then I glued on the back of it a piece of white fabric, which I stenciled with this beautiful stencil that says "It is well with my soul," and then I glued a variety of seashells off to one side. Oh my gosh, these projects bring back so many good memories for me. I hope if you've seen some of these that they bring back good memories for you. And if you haven't seen them, you can, go to my YouTube channel. That's the easiest way to find everything because there are playlists there. And I'll drop some YouTube channel links. But like if you just want to watch DIY flowers, I have like 67 videos under the playlist DIY flowers. They're all labeled with a photo that shows what I'm doing in that video. So you can just go and look at whatever you want. Okay, this was another project that I did. I don't know when. And underneath it is an embroidery hoop. Probably the inside piece. I can't remember. Let me look. Yes, it's the inside piece of this one, which I'll show you this one in just a second. And this is clothesline rope from Walmart. I used it to make the flowers that are on this silver tray over here that says, "I still remember the days I prayed for the things I have now." It's nice. It's just clothesline rope from the laundry section at Walmart. And then, so I just wrapped it 2 at a time, and I can't remember how I did it. It was some particular way. The video shows. That's the thing, when you craft almost every day of your life for like 4 years, sometimes it's hard to remember, how did I do that? Anyways, so, and then I made these little flowers, and then I hung just some beads. And underneath these flowers that have, it's a flower heart, are Dollar Tree cookie sheets to give it some stability. And then these are vintage encyclopedia or dictionary pages. Fun, huh? Okay, here's another one. I probably did these two at the same time. This is the outside of an embroidery hoop, and I know that because I see the little mechanism at the top. And I just braided 3 pieces. Or 2 pieces actually. Is that right? No, this has got to be 3 pieces. Yeah, 3 pieces of that clothesline rope. Glued it on. Made this little flower and these little doodads with wood beads. Okay, since we're talking about Dollar Tree, this is another project that I have hanging here in my craft room that I probably will keep for forever because I love it. It's very boho. This is an embroidery hoop. This is the Dollar Tree hula skirt. And these are just beads that I threaded on some jute. Isn't it cool? So this whole project is probably just a couple of dollars. All right, here's one more with the clothesline rope. Oh no, this is the Dollar Tree rope. And it's just wrapped around a smaller embroidery hoop, glued on there with a little stencil that says home and a little flower that has some lace, a vintage button, some Dollar Tree cookie sheet that I punched in the shape of a flower. All right, one more, and then I'll let you go. But hey, listen, if you like this video, please consider sprinkling it to your social media. If you haven't already liked and followed DiyDreaming, please do that. That is one of the things Facebook takes into consideration in their determination whether you're going to ever see me again. And some people tell me, I thought you quit. I haven't seen you in 6 months. I'm like, nope, I've been here crafting every single day. But it's just the mystery of Facebook, why they didn't show you anything I did. So those things tend to help. And if you're watching on YouTube, you know, of course, that you can come back anytime you want. Same here at Facebook, and rewatch something. Okay, this was a wreath that I made. I think underneath it is an oval grapevine wreath, probably from Dollar Tree or Walmart, that I wrapped with this hula skirt stuff. And then this was a flower arrangement that I got at Dollar Tree, and I added some seashells on there, and that was like almost nothing to make. And I think it turned out really pretty. So there you go. There's a whole bunch of ideas to get the creative juices that you have flowing. If you decide to make some of these paint stir stick signs, then I would love to see them, and I know everybody else would love to see them too. Or if you've already made them and you have pictures. So that is why I set up the group that I have that's called Dreamy DIY. It's a free group, a place for all of us to share pictures of craft projects that we have personally done to just give even more ideas to everyone and to get more ideas ourselves. So if you haven't already joined that group, you can just type Dreamy DIY into the Facebook search bar and find it that way. And then please be sure to answer the 3 questions, because we can't admit you to the group unless you do. And again, it's free, but it's, will you be nice? You're not going to say mean things to other crafters. No, of course not. Will you agree not to sell makeup or whatever kind of thing you might have going on in this crafting group that is for sharing our ideas? And the 3rd one is, will you agree not to share other crafters' videos besides me? I'm the owner of this group, in that group, because then I get a million questions about how Sweet Barb from Shabby Tree did this or that, and she has, you know, her own groups and her own social media presence. So those are the 3 questions, and then join. And then this is what I always say: get a cup of coffee or a glass of iced tea or a Coke or a glass of wine, depending on what time of the day it is, what day of the week, and sit down and look for the photos button and just click that. And it's gonna bring up like 1,000 or more photos of craft projects that you guys have done. And you guys are super creative, so so check that out. All right, that's all I wanted to tell you. Hope that you have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Hope that I gave you lots of ideas. If you want links for any of these stencils, what I'm going to do for this video is I'm going to give you a link to the page that just has all of the stencils. And you can just scroll down until you see whatever one you might be interested in, or something new that you've never seen before. And then I'll give you the link to chalk paste, because chalk paste is what I used for all of these signs. So just say link or stencils or chalk paste or something in the comments here, and I will know to get you the link. So it's going to take you to my page, a page on magnoliadiy.com that has the stencils, and it's going to make it super easy for you so you don't have to hunt them down. This one page has every stencil that is available to order on it, and you're just going to scroll down, 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 down until you see the one you're looking for or what you like. Aw, Jenny says she loves my projects. Thanks for sharing these today. I think I will do this again with some other projects, because I am getting my bins organized. Some of them I'm going to pop downstairs in the basement because I just don't have enough room in this hall closet. And like I've just done all of these. So I'll probably pop these all in a bin and put it downstairs. But the other bins that I'm getting sorted, like maybe I'll do one where I show you all the stuffies that we've made, or all the different kinds of flowers. So be looking, and feel free to sprinkle. Let me know what questions you have. Keep in mind that I made this several years ago, so there is a possibility that I don't remember the answer. Okay, do this, or say something to me. Check to see if you've liked and followed this page, DIY Dreaming, on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel. You can like this video, and if you want information, just check down in the little description box below this video on YouTube. Alrighty, have a blessed day. I'll see you guys later.